Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day. We already know it was a good day for me. Um, so what did I wear today? Some of you are gonna laugh. Some of you are gonna be like, "Yeah." Most of you are gonna be like, "What?" I went with an Axe body spray and deodorant stick. Um, I wore my favorite Axe. Let's talk about Axe in general first, real quick. They get a lot of hate, especially in the community. They're really not that bad, especially for the price. It's like $5, $6 a can of body spray. Um, and most of them smell fine, perfectly acceptable. Yeah, and they're not going to smell like a high end designer niche fragrance or anything, but they smell good. They make you smell good, and they're pleasing to a lot of people. And everybody makes fun of Axe, not just in the community. I mean, in general. But it's funny because everybody I know has a few bottles of Axe, at least one or two, if not more, and they wear it, and yet they'll make fun of it, myself included. I'm not immune to the making fun of Axe. But seriously though, they're not bad, especially for the price and what they are. Now, am I saying they're going to replace your fragrances collections by getting no, of course not. But for something quick and easy during the day, right out of the shower like I did today, I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, what am I going to wear today? I got out of the shower. What I mean? Throw on some Axe, and it was fine. Went out with a friend today, and just for drive and coffee, and just a friend, and she got in and she said, "Oh, what's that? I remember that smell." And I told her, she said, "Yeah, that would be why, because it acts as nostalgic for a lot of people. Really 30 and up, acts as definitely nostalgic, and definitely for me too. It was all I wore for a while. Was all I could really afford, but I didn't mind because they smelled good. So anyway, that's Axe in general. They're not bad. Let's talk about why though. I think Axe gets shit on, and it's not the performance for the price. I mean, it's not great performers, but they're not bad for that price. It's not the smells. They're perfectly fine. Although they do have that aerosol deodorant vibe to them. Every Axe does, but of course they do. But I mean, even that's not super unpleasant or anything. It's a distinctive smell. First and foremost, teenage. Every teenage boys. Everybody associates Axe with teenage boys. Why? Because that's all teenage boys can afford generally. Myself included, probably all of you guys, and pretty much every teenager right now still. Axe still sells like crazy. Millions of bottles a year. It's just what it is. A lot of boys use it as their deodorant, body spray deodorant, which is what it is. Um, but they apply too much. And that's where the negative condensation comes in. They wear it way too much. Axe in general is freaking nuclear. Beast mode for the first most Axe, about 20 minutes to a half hour. It is way out there. And that's just the way there's the aerosols, all that stuff. It flies out there. And they spray it on. And I was just as guilty as everybody else. I'm not pointing fingers, and I point a finger, I got to point two back at myself because I was just as guilty as everybody else. Yeah, spray it on. Just spray it on. And as a teenage boy, we tended to spray it on at every break, the start of lunch and the end of lunch. So you'd start school, before you even got on the bus, you'd get to school. First break, lunchtime, end of lunch, second break, end of the day. You know, you just yeah. So I mean, that's the indication. That's one of the reasons. It's just because it's too. It's not even that it's too strong. Even applied properly, Axe is pretty strong, like I said. But when you do that, it's just So it choked a lot of people out and it grossed a lot of people out, and that's understandable. So I get that. Second thing that I find Axe gets associated with is dudes that just don't shower. Honestly, they figure they don't have to. Well, I haven't showered in a week and a half. I just keep spraying the Axe on. No, listen. If your life is so messed up that you can't find I mean, what's it take to shower? 5, 10 minutes. If you can't find the time in every day, or at least every other day, if you can't find 5 minutes to have water and soap hit your body, it's time to reevaluate your life choices because it's not that hard. Honestly, I will argue that point with anybody. It's not that hard to jump in the shower for 5 minutes. Even some of the homeless people around here, they go to the truck stops, they go to the gyms, they shower daily. I mean, it's not that hard to shower. So that's kind of an indication that it's just dudes. But I think what doesn't get mentioned a lot in why Axe has this bad reputation, it's their own fault. It's their advertising. It's always been from as far back as I can remember. Late teenager, they were cringe at funny in a haha weird way. Like that's when they know no, that's wrong, and they like you spray this on, you're going to get laid. That was their advertisement. Still is to this day. You spray this on, you're getting laid. And it was kind of cringy, funny, but cringy at the same time. And it gave a douchebag aspect to it, right? Like only douches were wearing this. Dudes who thought they were, God's gift, and then just douchies. And so a part of it, and probably a big part of it, like I said, is their own fault. I mean, you think they'd steer away from that a bit? I mean, in I get it. Most fragrance commercials, man or women, is designed to have an air of sexuality, of seduction, and all that stuff. But most fragrances do it classy. Axe literally just come right out and said, "You spray this on, bitch is gonna throw panties at you." I mean, well, not literally. I guess that wouldn't be the proper use of it, but figuratively, I guess would be the proper term. Like, figuratively. You put this on, they gonna throw panties at you and flash the movies and all that stuff. Like I said, even as a 16-year-old boy, I was like, no, man, no. Funny, but no. I still wish, but no. So that's why it gets a negative kind of vibe. That and the fact that it's cheap, so a lot of grown adults like myself with some disposable income kind of look at it as, no, it's. But I get an. I mean, sure, it's nostalgia, but I get an urge to wear it every once in a while. And so anyway, that was just a quick talk about Axe. Let's talk about the Axe I wore today, and it's not like there's the popular Axes. There's your Phoenix, your Dark Temptation, a couple more. Click. The Oud vanilla one is actually very. They're all very nice, actually, very nice, but but no one seems to talk about this one, and it's my favorite one, and that's Axe Kilo. For those of you across the pond, that's Lynx. $3.99. Yeah, $3.99 for 113 grams. I don't know what that is, but I mean, it's stuff. It's just, it's. Talk about the notes. Yes, it has notes. It is a fragrance, after all. I mean, some people, no, it has notes. It has perfumes that make it. There's a lot that goes into making it. It's not just, it is mass marketed, mass produced, but it's still, they still do the same, pretty much the same things Dior does when they make a fragrance. I mean, they have a perfume, usually a few. They test it. They try out different formula, all that stuff. So let's at least give it its due that way. Basil, lavender, vanilla, woods, and sandalwood. Really is. It's not a fresh scent, but it's not a heavy scent either. It's just kind of a wearable scent. I mean, you'd pick up the basil right away. It's kind of little green, herbaceous. Definitely pick up the lavender. A lot of lavender. A powdery sweet lavender vanilla tonka. Lavender vanilla combo, And you do pick up some of the woods a little later on in the dry down, because there is top, mid, and dry down in this. Like I said, let's give it to do at least. Um, but it's a lovely scent. Honestly, the scent itself is lovely. You know, like I said, it's got that aerosol kind of vibe to it, but I mean, that goes away after a couple minutes. And like I said, you're left with this green, slightly herbaceous, sweet lavender tonka woody scent. I mean, it's not bad at all. Um, Surprisingly not bad. Sorry, sneezing fit. Like I said, I've been smelling like 40 or 50 clones all day. And this didn't help, let's be real. It is synthetic, of course. Um, but even that being said, synthetic, it's not bad. Like, everybody uses synthetic as a, myself again included, I've done it as a, only when it's badly synthetic. And these aren't bad synthetics, they're perfectly fine. Um, Now, am I saying again that Axe you should go out and replace your whole fragrance collection by Axe? Of course not, no. But it's okay every once in a while to wear an Axe. It's okay if you want to wear Axe a lot. There's nothing wrong with it. It smells good. It gets compliments. I mean, this is a top seller of all fragrances, really, and the Phoenix for a reason. It's been around forever. It smells great. It's just I like the Kilo the best. It's my favorite Axe. Longevity, it's a deodorant body spray. 3 hours. Except for the first half hour, so it way out there projection, but comes in pretty quick. Gives you a soft bubble for an hour, hour and a half, and then it's a skin set and gone. So after 3 hours, you reapply. Let's get into the application of Axe, how I apply it, and I think works for me, and will probably work for a lot of yous. And I don't spray it on. I understand it's a body spray deodorant, so I do the deodorant part, couple on my chest. I do a couple on the back of the neck, shirt on, and a couple on the shirt. And that's pretty much all I do for Axe. Every now and then I'll do this. And like I said, that's the right amount. You're still going to project, like I said, for a half hour or so. Pretty good. More than an arm's length out there. Then it's going to come in. But after about 3 hours, it's time to reapply. And don't be put off, like I said, by the aerosol kind of vibe. It goes away in a few minutes. It's coming out of a can, so it's going to have that. But surprisingly not bad, guys. And people like it. They may say they don't, and we all may make fun of it. But it's like our dirty little secret, our guilty pleasure is most of us will put on Axe and be perfectly fine with it. And this does get compared a lot to online to Roja Dove's, one of Roja Dove's fragrances. I have no idea. I've never smelled it, but that would be kind of funny. This $400 niche fragrance smelled like a $5 bottle of Axe, or whichever one came first. I don't know. I don't care. I just know it smells good. It really does. And it works perfectly fine, and it's perfectly acceptable to wear. And, yeah, I don't know about the all-day freshness thing. That's not true at all. Like I said, 3 or 4 hours. And you're good to go. So, all right, guys, that was it. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.